Hi, it's Paul, and welcome back to YNR Update. We're going to jump right into this episode. Lots going on right now. We see Jack with Kyle, and we can tell that he's definitely looking out for the company, and he's looking out for Kyle, and he wants to know what Kyle's plans are. He thinks he would be a great fit at Jabot, and he wants him to eventually take over the company down the road. So he's feeling him out as to where he wants to be. But Phyllis warns Jack that Kyle may not be on the same page as Jack, and she can tell that Kyle's got a lot going on right now, and she also knows that her daughter is one of those distractions because she can tell that Kyle's got feelings for Summer. Jack is stepping up his plans to get married to Phyllis, and he tells her that the jet is going to be waiting for them to take off right after the gala. But Phyllis, says with all the stuff going on with Summer, it's not a good time to get married. But Summer kind of steps in and convinces her to marry Jack, right away. Then we have Jack telling Kyle that he wants him to go to the gala later on, and Kyle doesn't want to go. He does not want to leave Summer with the state that she's in, but Summer comes up with a compromise and says they should both go to the gala together. So we know, every time there has ever been a gala on YNR, something's happening. We also see Leslie, and Leslie comes over to depose Nikki, basically get some information that might help Neil in his case. And she knows that Nikki really doesn't want harm to come to Neil, and so she comes to her. But Victor is on top of this. He's sort of overseeing everything. He's telling Nikki what to say. Nikki is getting frustrated with him, and she wants him to back off because she does not want to desert Neil. She knows what Neil's going through. She knows he's facing a lot of jail time. She wants to be a good friend and does not want to desert him. So they sort of butt heads over this, and Victor reminds her that she's not your friend. She's not here to help you. So it's going to be interesting where Nikki lines herself up. She wants to do the right thing, but Victor is not, how controlling Victor is. He's not about to let her put herself in harm's way to help Neil. And then we see Victor tell his partner that he knows the Abbotts are closing rank, and but what he's got planned for them is going to blow their hierarchy, to sky high. So we know something huge is coming, and I think we won't have to wait too long for it. We also see Chelsea, and she's talking to Anita, and she tells her what happened, the fact that she could have moved in sooner, but that Gabe had gotten in the way. And she also tells Anita that Gabe does have feelings for her. But in another knee-jerk reaction, this is like a yo-yo here. In order to sort of fend off her feelings for Gabe, she tells Anita that she's going to marry Billy right away. But Anita here's different because she talks to Gabe, and Gabe lets her know that in no uncertain terms that things with Billy and her aren't going well, and that Billy has feelings and he's not yet done with Victoria. So you know where this is heading. I can only say it 1,000 times. You know where this is heading. Adam and Chelsea are going to get together. It's just what circumstances are going to bring them together, and is it going to be under the guise of the truth or under the guise of the lie? Is Gabe going to get her, or is Adam going to get her? That is the $24,000 question. So we're going to have to wait to see that one. But Adam is not out of tricks yet. So we see him, and he's with Sage, and he sort of lets Sage have it for ruining his plans and coming clean. And just at the time that they're sort of getting into it, Mr. Tiston comes over, and he overhears the argument, and he wants to know if this marriage is a sham. Which it's as clear as the nose on your face. And after overhearing it, he's pretty convinced. Gabe goes into spin mode, but it doesn't work because they just had enough. And she lets Mr. Tiston know that the marriage is a sham, and he immediately says that the inheritance is now canceled. And Gabe hates this, and he basically lets Sage have it, letting her know that he needed the money. And she says, you make enough money at Jabot, you don't need the money. So now he's got to come to the reality that the ruse is over, the marriage is ending, and what does it mean for Gabe? And we get some good news because Sage finally runs into Nick and tells him everything that happened, that it's over, and she's now taking a suite at the athletic club. And you know what comes next. They do what they do best. They make love in her suite. We also see Devon, and he's still working on Neil, but he tries to actually go to Hillary this time and say that together they can go to the ADA, Winston, and plead Neil's case. But Hillary turns him down flat, tells him and wishes him good luck. And we know why she's doing this, obviously, because he knows her as Ann Turner. And she puts her plan into action because she calls him up, seduces him, and ends up in bed with him. Just as she's in bed with him, Leslie calls up and starts trying to work on a plea for Neil, but ADA Winston is not hearing any of it. But we see that Hillary gets a smirk on her face because after making love with him, she knows she's got him where she wants him. The last thing we see is Devon, and he meets up with Neil, and he offers him money to move away, get a new identity, but Neil turns him down flat and says he wants to face this head on. So a lot is going on right now. This is, like I said before, something big is going to happen. But I want to thank you all for checking this out, and I'll keep you posted. It's Paul, it's Y&R Update. Thanks for all the support. Don't forget Pinterest, Twitter, the Facebook page. I love the support. I love the questions. I'll keep answering them as fast as you can give them to me. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.